This is my 1987 420 SEL, and I want to give you a nice look at it and talk to you about the good things and the bad things about the car. First of all, the two things I like most about this car are the low miles, and it's just, the car is very, very tight. It feels like it has those low miles. I mean, it feels really nice to drive. It's a very tight car. The other thing I really like about it is it appears to have all original paint, and the paint glistens and it's reflective. So I mean, you look at the this tree right here, you can see it in the hood. And I did not wax this car. Well, I waxed it 3 to 4 years ago, and I don't drive the car that much. It's more of a collector piece, so I don't park it out in the sun every day. I take it out sometimes, you know, it's not my daily driver. So it's kept very nice. There is one problem with the exterior, and that is, and it's not really a problem, it's just a little bit of an imperfection. The person who owned it before me was an older gentleman, and he bumped things with the corners of the car, and all 4 corners. One's not bad, the other 3 are like this. So there's one. Oh, say hello to the cat. Yeah, hello cat. Right here. And let's go down here. This is probably the worst of them. And then the least is over here. Just a little tiny bump right there, or rub into the finish. But the exterior looks terrific on the car. One thing I really like about it too is I used to see these growing up, but I hadn't seen one in years. It still had the decal on the back from European Motors Ltd, which is out of San Francisco. Still has the plate holder too, from when the car was new. That's where this car was originally sold from. Glass is great, excellent condition. Chrome is excellent condition. Headlights look great. The car is a real stunner when you look at it. I'll walk down the sides here. There may be 1 or 2 little dings in the whole car, but other than the bumpers, but it's very, very straight. It's definitely not a car you'd want to paint. It's spectacular to have this factory finish on the car. Let me show you the inside. Start with the back. Original interior. Excellent shape. Oh, forgot about this. One seat belt is missing part of its casing, so it's broken. One seat belt. Forgot about that. There's a little bit of staining in the carpet, but I think you could get that out. It's from the previous owner. The wood on the car is another really neat thing. The wood is positively spectacular. It's perfect. And for those of you who've worked with W126s or owned them in the past, you'll know that this piece is always cracked, and it is not cracked. It looks great. It's a little, actually has a little dirt on it, but it's not cracked. And then the wood on the dash too, up here, it's just looks like factory. It really, really looks good. Front seats also look good in the Palomino color. All original, not re-dyed. This is how it was. Let me show you the other side. And here's the instrument cluster. You can see 77562 on it. We'll start it up in just a minute. Before we start it up, and we'll take it for a drive too, I want to tell you the few things that are wrong with the car. The first thing, and probably the biggest thing, is that the AC is not blowing cool unless it's not really, really hot yet outside. As it gets warmer, it gets working less and less. My mechanic tells me there is still some Freon in the system, but there's not a lot of it. And Of course, you can't get the old Freon because it's original to the car. So he said that he believes the compressor on this could be converted to the new system. It's one of the convertible ones. But you know, you never know until you open it. So that's actually the reason I have the car priced the way I do. I'd list it for more if that was working. But anyway, I'll let the new owner take care of that if they want to. If they're in a cooler location, they may not really care. It may work just fine for them. It blows well. It's not ice cold or anything like that. And if you're in a really hot environment like I am, it's hot, blows hot air in the heat of the day. The next issue is that the radio, which, you know, in a car like this you might want to keep it stock, so you might need to get another one, but if you want to upgrade the radio, it looks unworn. I mean, the buttons are all perfect on it and everything, but it it goes out after about anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. It will fade out and not work anymore until you let the car sit for a while, and then it works again. So it's just something's wrong. That maybe the transistor is going out in it. I don't know. I did replace the antenna mast, so that is new. That part is all in good shape to go, and I replaced it with the correct part. So it's not one of those weird looking ones they sometimes put on the cars. I put the correct type on it. Let's see. Oh, the last thing, and this is kind of a interesting one. Every maybe twice a month, the car will, when you start it, usually it's first thing in the morning, it will take 3 tries to start or so. Very strange. And then about once a month, it will die on you in drive when you're stopped. And again, it's very, very rare. It's about once a month it'll do it. And not sure what it is. I don't think it's anything major, but I just want to disclose it. Okay, so let's start the car, and I'll show you in the engine compartment. By the way, it does need a new hood pad, but the original hood pad's still there, so it's pretty cool. I wanted to leave it on because, you know, you may want to leave it on. It's not that bad yet. So let's start the car. There it went. Usually that's how it starts, nice and easy. It's just that a couple times a month we have to do that 2 or 3 times, and then it's fine. Very strange. Anyway. Engine compartment's very clean. Car's very quiet. There's that original hood pad. It's missing a little bit of the corner right there. And you can just tell how well it's been cared for. I mean, the paint here even looks good. Just a very nice vehicle. If anyone out there wants a stock 126, this is the car for them. Let's take it for a drive. Alright, so we're going to take this car for a spin. Right now the AC is actually blowing a little cool, but that's because it's not really hot yet. In another hour it won't be blowing cool. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it off so that you can hear the car better. And let's go ahead and take this car for a spin. You can see the nice low idle. Just took the brake off. Okay, here we go. It's got nice acceleration. Car runs very smoothly. Sometimes the these seats have air in them, and sometimes the passenger seat will make a little bit of air hissing, like it's pumping up. All the gauges work really well. I'm going to give it a little bit of a pop here for you so that you can see some acceleration on it. So I'm coming to a stop. Okay, here I go. I'm not pushing it really hard. I don't do that to cars, but I'm giving it some acceleration here. See, the transmission shifts nice and smoothly. Actually, it has one of the smoothest transmissions I felt in an older Benz from the 80s or 70s. It's very, very smooth. I really like how you can just see everything you're driving in the hood, because it's so, the paint is so spectacular on the car. Steering's nice and tight. The wheel is not really worn. There's a lot of grip on this wheel. It feels much different than my other 126 that has over 200,000 miles on it. This one has just a lot of grip on the wheel. It's not smooth. It's got that good grip. Okay. I'm going to take it again up a little bit. You can watch the tachometer. Just does what it's supposed to do. Okay, well, I'm going to get back to just driving now. Thanks for watching. Inside the car. Hopefully you can see this okay. The car is very rust-free. It's a California car, so there's next to no, well, I don't see any rust under there. I'll just say next to no rust just to be on the safe side, but it looks spectacular underneath. And one other thing really neat about the car is that with it being a California car, you don't have the rust issue, but usually you have the interior being ruined by the sun. And that's not the case. In fact, this dashboard, I want you to see this. California car, but yet zero cracks on this dash. Dash is beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed the car tour, and happy bidding.